Might be. It just maybe just bad green screening. Bill Alfonso is our referee. Bill Alfonso, while this is airing, is also doing the heel ref thing in ECW. Like, simultaneously. Tito had to have bladed into Greg Valentine. The camera is shaking from how well this crowd is reacting. There we go. Koko B, Ware. Frankie is still alive at this point, and his partner is the truth teller of that Vince McMahon documentary, Tony Atlas. The guy who they booked to do interviews as a punchline, and then he's just the only guy telling the truth. Josh, I've tried setting up memberships. I'm not quite... I haven't had the time to like actually do it. I need to. Tony Atlas, we're gonna see with some amazing feats. Found out recently, Tony Atlas has been married this entire time, and she's okay with it. Bless her heart. Also, this is his WWF music. Like, I would love to know how the rights worked out, where they could use it. Like, is it because he's singing? Yeah, you can tell Tony's a babyface here because he's wearing the red, white, and blue sweatpants and not the black sweatpants.
A scary situation right there. What is he smiling at? If he saw himself, he'd be running for the
Beware of the Birdman. Coco's great.
Billy Anderson, I'm gonna talk to that boy.
I might do a Why Koko Beware rules video soon. He's like legitimately awesome.
Rico Suave. He represents at a combined weight of 487 pounds. The team of Greg.
Rico is a wimp. I wonder who made that sign. For those of you who have never joined me for an AWF off the grid before, yes, Rico Suave was connected to the mob in real life. If you couldn't tell. Yeah, Tommy Rich is like the one guy that was like, you know what? The AWF's gonna be my launching point for my new gimmick. Like, everybody knows me. Wildfire Tommy Rich, youngest NWA champion, babyface house fire with a heart of gold. Lush is Tommy Rich. I've done it in Memphis. I'm gonna do it nationally, baby. Don Vito plus Dino Bravo equals Rico Suave. Lucas, that was great. Yes, OCs and stories. Rico got money from corrupt politician Betty Lauren. And then I believe he was the one that talked to the FBI when they got involved. Yeah, Tommy Rich is having a blast. He's having the most fun of anybody in the AWF. Yeah, Greg Valentine gives off big time 2024 Chris Jericho vibes.
Because that's where Nails does his best work, from behind. Yeah, we saw Tony Atlas before saying, hey, if you want...
Is that a euphemism?
I don't know if Nails will do that. Tony's got it.
Wasn't he the one that was sexually harassed?
This big tag team main event is coming up. Stay with us, don't you dare go
Yeah, Koko Ware was a badass. Like, don't let the fact that he's 4'8".
Hey, Mick, we're back on the air. Get to work. I was talking to Frankie. Well, was he making more sense?
The ring attendant is apparently the corpse of Dick Murdoch. Yeah. Tommy Rich, I've said it, I think it was on WCW Deep Cuts Live a couple weeks ago. Tommy Rich has a little boy mullet. Like, it's hard to really describe that, like, that's a mullet that your mom is coaching the barber on how to cut the whole time. You know, famous enemies of America, Texas and wherever the fuck Greg Valentine's from. Not Texas, Georgia. Look at that, Greg Valentine. Shooting a drop toe. Yes, exactly, Speed of the Palma. Tommy Rich has the mullet that a kid gets because his dad said to the barber, give him that. Yeah, Greg Valentine, he hit an age at one point and just stayed there. It's kind of like Arn Anderson. One day he was just 50. And that was when he was like 24. Exactly, Matt P. Greg Valentine never aged, he just weathered. It looked like Bill Epperstein had his arm around the bird. Ah, so good, so good. Oh, great camera work in the AWF. Yes, exactly, Brian. Greg Valentine guarantee. He was born 55. WrestleMania 7, also 55. Today, 50. Oh. I kind of see it. You kind of see Animal from the Muppets in the design of his tights. Wildfire! Wildfire! There's a picture. Wrestling Magazine on Twitter posted a scan from an old magazine of Greg Valentine in like a smoker's jacket with like a pipe, I think. Where it's like, I think Greg Valentine was hot when he was younger. And then, yeah, he made that bad deal with a wizard and he turned 50 in like 1960 or whatever. Tony Atlas just, that's great psychology. His head is bald and slippery, therefore you cannot headlock him. Jimmy Hart and Greg and JJ McGuire wrote Do the Bird. That'd be weird if Jimmy Hart was like, yeah, AWF, you can do that. But weirder things have happened. Hey, referee Vinny Lax. Yeah, I don't like the bare knees. I'd rather see his balls than his knees. I'm pretty sure there are wrestlers in WWE and AEW now. Like, and not like the old time, like the, oh, these guys are old wrestlers, but like guys relatively in their prime who are the same age, if not older, than the four of these guys right now. It looks like in the video game where like you shoot someone off to the ropes and then you don't hit the button in time to do your move and you both just like kind of flail your arms. Look at this team, Johnny Gunn and Jimmy Powers. How pissed must you be if you're Johnny Gunn and you show up and you're in good shape, and then Jim Powers is in the best shape any man has ever been in?
Johnny, I think what we need to do here, first off,
what's with the manager's hair? It's that he's a cool mobbed up dude.
For putting this tag team tournament together.
Yes, Jimmy Powers, the youngster, looking good, Jim.
Get picked from that hat, because if they do, I know we will realize our dream, and that dream being the American Wrestling
that dream being?
Tag Team belts.
What's a dream being? Your brain? That's a cool thing to call a brain. A dream being.
If in fact their name is drawn from the hat, you certainly can't bet against them, Terry.
That's right, Jim Powers was one of the few guys to wrestle Ric Flair on TV when he first came in 91. There we go. Imagine being Bel Alfonso and like doing these tapings and then the next weekend driving to ECW. Judo Gene LaBelle sitting in the corner over there?
The referee's going to have none of that. Better get one or the other back in the ring. That's Bill Alfonso. Tommy Rich was the legal man. He has to continue the match, unless he makes a tag like that. And now we take a look.
This was 3.5, 4 years after High Energy, Alex. And Coco's still wearing the baggy pants, which honestly I don't blame him. They look comfortable. If I could get away with it, I would. Some bootlegger needs to start selling High Energy pajamas.
That famous or infamous Johnny Valentine called that the brain buster. Beautiful move by Koko. And there he goes again. You know, both Rich and Valentine have been caught napping on that ring apron by a very alert.
What? Rico Suave is like, I'm just gonna grab your ass, Tommy Rich. Like, rub it for a minute. USA. USA. Again, what country are the other team representing? I could pull off those pants. Whoa! Tony Atlas went for a monkey flip. Hey, Orion. I said it correctly this time. Bootleg Raw, yeah. It kind of does look like Bootleg Raw from the time.
Has shifted, and now Valentine works on the arm of Tony Atlas. There's a tag, and luscious.
Yeah, I believe the AWF was the first promotion to do the corner cam. That, like, AEW does now.
Koko B, Ware. The referee has to shoot Koko out now. Well, I tell you what, anytime you got a manager on the outside, you're looking for the manager, you're looking for nails, you know you got a partner in Koko B, Ware, but Tony Atlas's mind has got to be running 100
They
miles
taped
an hour.
these, referee Vinny Lax. This one was taped in Chicago. Again, I believe it was at Cicero Stadium, where TNA was taping their shows in Chicago. It's a dump. Just a dump. Exactly, Alex. This looks as good as Monday Night Raw. It's just in a smaller building. And Rico Suave's just standing on the apron. He's like, hey, I hooked up the promoter with dirty money. I'm allowed to be here. MLW does still run there. That's right, Hoff. This Hero Stadium does still exist, yeah. Like Hoff said, MLW runs there. TNA has run there in the last year or two. Cicero, as far as I know, Cicero Stadium's always been a dump. Yeah, Rico Suave, if there was a Kickstarter in 1995, he would be on the tier where they let you manage half the wrestlers. Because he gave Paul Alperstein a bunch of mob money to be involved. Yeah, that's the problem with the round system. No, you stick it, just brought it up. It takes Greg Valentine 15-20 minutes just to warm up. So if he's stopping every 3 minutes, this is the worst promotion for him to be in. Come on, Valentine. He did the hammer jam, not the shin guard, the elbow. It does, that ring does look just like the WWF toy ring. I agree with you. I had it. By the time I was done with it, it was like all red. Because I used marker for blood in all my matches.
This great tag team matchup continues.
This great tag team matchup, folks. It's fine. Like, if you temper your expectations, it's fine. Yeah, God, imagine that ring girl. I didn't even think about that. The sleazeballs in the locker room and the crowd who were just pawing her likely. Suave, what was that pronunciation, Terry? Did your mouth stop working? Suave. Grabbing his, that's how big his traps are. Tommy Rich could just grab them like a motorcycle. Vroom, vroom. And yeah, like David on YouTube brought up, this shit aired at 2 a.m. on like Sunday nights, Monday mornings in most markets. Like, the only time I saw this when I was a kid there were a couple Sundays where like I was anxious because I had to go to school and I didn't like school, and I'd be up in the middle of the night and I would see AWF. It wouldn't help my anxiety at all, you know. What was Coco's like? Stop counting, and Alfonso's like, okay. Didn't know that worked. Wow, you actually got ads for it. No, you stick it. I've never seen an AWF commercial. Got 5 guys. It's overpriced. That's a good point, Brian. Yeah, I never heard the commentary because I was always trying to keep the TV down so my mom wouldn't hear it. Maybe that's why Terry Taylor got the job. Hello. Yeah, that DVD set is a blessing. We got this weird shit in like decent quality. Oop, the tea bag. Oh. Even Frankie's like, I'm bored. This match is too long. Hey, Optimum Vision, welcome. Just in time for us to celebrate. The Tommy Rich is like, oh, 2 black men can't win a match. Not under my watch. What? Who is that guy? Is that one of Rico Suave's like mob dudes? Giant sunglasses? Oh, no, there was a woman in the front row just like sexually harassing Tony Atlas. You know, it's funny you mentioned that, Gunner, on YouTube. AWF needed the honky tonk. He shows up in the 2nd season. Listen to all those people who aren't actually in the building.
Did you see him get his calculator out to get the fines for attacking?
He got his calculator out. Okay, you hit the referee. That's $500. Oh, hey, they all know who's paying for this. Tommy Rich making sure to get camera time with the promoter.
And he just got spit on by Rico Suave. Boy, these guys are out of their minds. It's one thing to touch an official, but you do not, I repeat, do not touch the president.
Paul Alperstein's like, I'm the promoter, so I have to be the toughest guy here. Bird. Great lyrics. Is he calling people over the rail? I hope she's of age. Like, it's bad that that's my first thought whenever they bring a woman into the ring. Tony Atlas is like, her feet are covered up. I don't like that. Oh, then now there's a child. Okay. That child is having a seizure. Also, that child apparently wore a WCW shirt because she's wearing an AWF shirt and nobody's buying this. Okay, they finally found multiple children that are into this. I hate Terry Taylor, by the way.
Well, that's the bottom line, isn't it, pal? Yes, it is. Now, get out of here. Whoa! Oh, my goodness. Man, I'm getting a neck ache watching that movement. Get down, girlfriend.
I love how everybody else is doing the bird and this woman's like, I'm just going to do whatever the fuck I want. You guys all look stupid. That's a good point. If the kids got paid to be there, is that not like a weird child labor thing?
Talk about being back in a big way. Tony, Koko, congratulations. Talk about a big win defeating Luscious Tommy Rich, Greg Valentine.
What purpose did Terry Taylor serve? I've never been able to answer that.
I'll tell you one thing.
saying you don't have to worry, brother, because I'm telling you, Valentine and Rich, they was a tough team to handle. But you see, Tony Allison and myself, we took
Yeah,
care
this
of
show was
business.
taped
Now
months
we on the
before it
road,
aired, and they
baby.
still left
Tony,
in
go
like
ahead and
3
talk,
minutes of
baby, 'cause I'm
dancing.
telling you, I am hot, and we can't.
Tony, the fans throughout the American Wrestling Federation ecstatic.
I always
that
thought it was
somehow you got that
admirable
$10,000
that
fine
Koko
paid.
B. Ware
You know,
painted
I'm very excited
his
about our match
head
today.
and
But
got
there's
the
one thing I wanna
line
say.
around his
When I was
hair
a
just
little kid,
perfect.
I got my first
Like, that's-
bicycle, I had to work and get it
That
for
takes a
myself.
steady
When I
hand.
got my first pair of shoes, I had to work and get it for myself.
Kinda does look
Everything
like
I've adopted in my
Aja
life, I had
paint.
to work and get it for myself. And somebody, I don't know who, I wished I did.
What
I
if
would
in the middle
walk
of this
right up
he's
and I'd
like,
shake that person's hand
oh,
right
and
now.
Pat
All I
Patterson
wanna say
sexually
to the
harassed
person
me in the
that sent me
WWF.
that $10,000. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah.